Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you all are doing well today. Elliot here. Welcome back to The Fragrance Well. All right, so we're gonna do a show and tell episode today for today's video. I have got 10 fragrances here, and these are what I'm gonna call repeat offenders. In other words, these are the fragrances I have worn the most up to this point for the year of 2024. If you know me, I used to always say I would just go out of my way to always wear a different fragrance every day. I've changed that up a little bit. In particular, if I'm going for work, I travel for work. If I'm gone for, a couple of days, I'll just bring one fragrance with me rather than trying to bring one for each day. I will bring multiple ones if I'm gone for like 4 days, 3 or 4 days, which is not the norm. It's usually 1 to 2 days I'm gone out of town, so I'll just bring one scent for that. As a result, some fragrances are gonna get multiple wears a couple of days in a row. And when I went on vacation, I only bought 4 fragrances with me, so a lot of those got multiple wears as well. So I've kind of changed up my routine just a little bit. So I'm a little bit more normal, I guess you could say, because I know most of you guys probably wear your favorite fragrances more often than the ones that you would not consider favorites. That is definitely what most people do. So you could say I've changed my wearing routine up just a little bit. As a result, I got fragrances here that even up to this point have gotten a lot of wears this year. That was definitely not the case last year. So this video shouldn't take too long. Just gonna kind of go over them, let you know how many times I've wore them, and we'll do it in order from least to most. So before we get started, as always, please remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please hit that bell icon, enable notifications so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Let's get into it. All right, so FYI, the first 5 fragrances all have the same amount of wears. They all have 3. I did not put them in any particular order. First one is coming from the house of Zaharoff, and it is Second Soul. Zaharoff Second Soul, and again, 3 wears so far this year for this. I do apologize. I know that this fragrance is officially sold out, and as far as we know, they're not gonna make it anymore. So if you wanna get your hands on it, you pretty much would have to buy it from someone. So I haven't been featuring it in videos because of that, but because of this topic, I don't really mind featuring it. This really has nothing to do with whether or not you can get your hands on it. This is me sharing what I have been wearing. So this is a modern spin on a barbershop fragrance, a little bit more of a richer spin on a barbershop fragrance. Let's see, there's rum, juniper, there's aromatic notes, spices, there's a little bit of a leathery suede-like feel, there's woods, there's resins, quite a bit of myrrh in this, which I love myrrh in fragrances. It's just a couple of the elements I can think of with this scent. It's quite complex. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like wearing this for work. But yeah, this one has got 3 wears so far. I do tend to wear this when it is warmer out, but it's usually when probably I'm working, so it's not gonna be like a heavy summer rotation fragrance, but I probably will wear this more throughout the year. Once again, from the house of Zaharoff, this is Second Soul. Next one is coming from the house of Nishane, also with 3 wears. Again, this is Wulong Cha. Nishane Wulong Cha. Now this one's definitely gonna get more wears. The only reason it's at 3 is because I stopped wearing it intentionally to give room for the newer tea fragrances I have to get used to them, but I've gotten used to them at this point. So this one will definitely have more wears because this is an amazing summer scent, and the summer is right around the corner for us Floridians. So you've got oolong tea in this, orange flavoring in terms of the citrus element that is in this fragrance. There's also some musk. I believe there's fig, maybe creating just a little bit of a creamier feel to the fragrance overall. Outstanding tea fragrance, outstanding fragrance for the warmer temperatures, and it's been warm here quite a bit already, so that's why it already has 3 wears. And like I said, again, before the year is out, this will definitely have more wears. So once again, from the house of Nishane, this is Wulong Cha. Next one, coming from the house of Xerjoff, we have got 40 Knots. Xerjoff 40 Knots. A Xerjoff spin on Dior's Ombre Nuit. A little bit more of a aquatic, kind of salty, woody take on that DNA, but still very ambery for sure. As far as I'm concerned, this can be worn at any time. Somewhat of a summer style scent, but it has a lot of density to it, so some people may not feel like that's the best choice for summer. Personally, I wouldn't necessarily go for this if I'm gonna be outside in the middle of the day, but I do like to wear this when it is warm. I've certainly worn it when it's been cool, and this one's definitely gonna get more wears because I find this to be a fragrance that I can kind of use for anything. Once again, from the house of Xerjoff, this is 40 Knots, and again, this also has 3 wears. Next one's coming from the house of Lorenzo Pizzaglia. This is Black Sea. Lorenzo Pizzaglia, Black Sea, and again, 3 wears for this one. So, what I like about this one is this is one of those scents that is making me learn to like aquatics even more. It's just that I like a certain style of aquatic that maybe is not necessarily the mainstream style. This is what I call a dark aquatic. It's very heavy. It's a little bit kind of got like this seaweed kind of green nature to it. It's quite ambery as well, very salty. It's a little bit ozonic. I did buy this intentionally to be worn for the warmer months this year. I discovered it last year and said, all right, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna wear it around this time frame because I think it works best for that. So far I've worn it 3 times. It's definitely gonna get more wears this year because this is my venture into a style of aquatics that I didn't realize I liked before and I like now. Once again, from the house of Lorenzo Pizzaglia, this is Black Sea. Okay guys, next one's coming from the house of Savoir Faire, and this is going to be Soul Cafe. Savoir Faire Soul Cafe, and this one is the last one that has 3 wears at this time. It's probably gonna be 4 because I think I'm gonna make this my scent of the evening for tonight, as I do have a gig and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear for it. So, Savoir Faire Soul Cafe. This is definitely one of my best pickups for the year so far, mainly because this is a house I had heard about quite a bit, particularly from Equality Fragrances and the people in his camp. This one was definitely just one of the ones that I think is one of the first ones you check out from the house. Has this kind of orange juice vibe to it when you first spray it on. Combination of orange flavoring. I think there's blood orange in this, a little bit of spice. I think there's cardamom in this as well. There's a really nice coffee accord in this, and I find it to have a slight similarity to an Oud for Greatness, or maybe more appropriately, Parfums de Marly's Halton, and I thoroughly really enjoy this fragrance. Awesome scent, definitely gonna get more wears from me. Great evening scent. If you're going out and doing something in the evening time, it's perfect for that. And frankly, it's classy enough that you can use it for a lot of other uses as well. Once again, from the house of Savoir Faire, this is Soul Cafe. All right, next one's coming from the house of Orto Parisi, and this is the first fragrance that has more than 3 wears. It has 4. This is Bergamask. Orto Parisi Bergamask with 4 wears so far this year for me. So this is one of the fragrances I took with me on my vacation. I think I wore it twice because this is a very strong scent. I didn't want to overwhelm people too often with this scent, but man, this is excellent for warmer weather, so it's gonna get more wears this year. Definitely a compliment garnering fragrance. It is kind of an artificial take on bergamot and also very heavy on the musk, slightly animalic with the musk, but I think that's just to give it a little bit of depth and give it a little bit of attitude and make it an overall very masculine scent. At least it is to me. And again, this is a summertime staple in my collection right now. And it's definitely gonna get more wear as it continues to heat up. And by the way, when I play drums, I'm often outside. So scents like this are perfect for that because usually I wanna have something that kind of pushes because it gets hot, I get sweaty. I need something to kind of outlast that. This one is strong enough to do that. Once again, from the house of Orto Parisi, this is Bergamask with 4 wears. Next one is coming from the house of Goldfield and Banks. This is gonna be Purple Suede, and this also has 4 wears so far this year. Goldfield and Banks Purple Suede with 4 wears. So for me, this is a pickup from this year, and it's definitely the most interesting fragrance I have picked up this year, the most unique. I call it Blueberry Lavender. It has this fruity lavender feel, kind of reminiscing like artificial blueberry to my nose, and it is quite leathery as well. Has a little bit of a funk to it. There's civet in this as well as some oud, but it's not like stinky. It just has this weird underlying sweatiness to it that I think just gives it a little bit of depth, a little bit of push off the skin maybe, and a little bit more character. I really enjoy this scent just because of how unique it is. Not necessarily my wife's favorite, so I gotta remember not to wear it around her anymore. She did not enjoy it when I wore it last around her. Now, I'm probably not gonna wear this too much more often when it really gets hot out. I don't mind wearing this when it's warm, but it is a heavier scent, has some bite to it. I would probably wear this more once we get, later on into the year when it starts to cool off a little bit more. Once again, from the house of Goldfield and Banks, this is Purple Suede. All right, next one's coming from the house of Nishane. This also has 4 wears so far, and it's gonna be Hacivat. Nishane Hacivat with 4 wears. Now, this is a summer staple as far as I'm concerned, so obviously this one will get more wears this year as well. One of my favorite fragrances, it's my most worn fragrance overall, just based on the amount of juice that is missing from this bottle. I love the bergamot, I love the pineapple that it has in here. It's a very sharp citrus style with this fragrance. There's a little bit of jasmine in there that's not really too heavy. I think it just smooths it out a little bit. It kind of just serves as this glue between the citrus and the very dry woods and oak moss that is in this scent. I love this stuff. I probably need, this will probably be the first fragrance that I buy a backup bottle of. I probably need to get the 100 milliliter size. I actually like the 50 mils in the Nishani. I don't really like that boxy look that the 100 mils have, but at the end of the day, if I had to get rid of fragrances because I had too many, Nishani Hacivat would be one of the ones that would stick around. So once again, from the House of Nishani with 4 wears so far this year, this is Hacivat. All right, so the next one has a total of 6 wears so far. It's from the House of Montclair, and it's gonna be La Cordee. Montclair La Cordee with 6 wears. And its most basic description that I like to give, it's a tea with a little bit of lemon and a little bit of peppermint. It's a very basic fragrance, super easy to wear. Stuff just smells amazing, it's very calming. And the reason it has 6 wears is because this is one of the easiest fragrances I have in my cabinet that I like to spray right now for just running quick errands. So I've just worn this so often when I'm just running a quick errand, or let's just say I want to have a morning scent, something that's not too complex that I'm not worried about removing or maybe lasting too long overall. And I want to spray something else later on in the day. This fragrance I find to be perfect for that. I just won't spray a lot of it, and usually I don't have an issue with that. And now, this doesn't mean this fragrance doesn't last. Honestly, if I spray this fully on myself, I get it the majority of the day, maybe 8 hours, you know, just on average. I wouldn't call it a beast mode scent, but I love the scent, I love the simplicity of it, and I love how wonderful it smells. And as a result, it has got 6 wears so far, and it's definitely gonna have more because it's also a great summertime fragrance. Once again, from the House of Montclair, this is La Cordee. All right, guys, the most worn fragrance for me so far in the year of 2024 is going to be coming from the House of Roja Parfums. It is Isola Blu. Roja Parfums Isola Blu. And this has a total of 7 wears so far, and there will definitely be more. Why does this have so many? 2 reasons. Number 1, I've taken this on work trips, worn it multiple days then, and I took this with me on my vacation, and I think I wore this one the most at 3 times out of an entire week of my fragrance rotation. I love this stuff. It's perfect for warmer weather, which it's already fairly warm here, and it's only gonna get warmer as we get into the summer months, and this is the perfect fragrance for that. Like, again, I said it's great for casual stuff, it's great for professional stuff, so because it kind of just works for everything, and it's great for the warmer months which are coming up, and it's a scent that I absolutely love. Love the citrus in here, the combination of let's just say lemon, orange overall. I think there might be grapefruit in this, and the aromatics that it has, lavender, and I think there's thyme as well, and this dry woods. Fragrance is perfect for me, and that's why it has the most wears. And as it stands right now, unless something changes, this is probably going to be my most worn fragrance for the entire year. Once again, from the House of Roja Parfums, this is Isola Blu. All right, guys, that was my show and tell video for today. Those are my most worn fragrances for the year of 2024 so far. Let me know down in the comments below what has been your most worn fragrance so far for this year. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Thanks again for watching all the way until the end. Really do appreciate you guys. Please remember to be well and smell well. And I'll see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a good one.